Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'll be telling you guys the reason why I didn't study computer science or do IT in after high school. So before we get started, if you're new to this channel, my name is Foolow. I'm a self-taught software developer, and in this channel I just share some tips and my experience of how I became a self-taught software developer in order to help you guys stay motivated, get inspired, and also know what to expect when you get into the field. So if that's of interest to you, please consider liking this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified whenever I release new content. So let's get started. So after high school, I actually, just to give you some context, I actually studied a subject called Computers Applications Technology, where they gave me some basics in coding in HTML. They didn't really give us any course related to CSS or any other languages. So we just did HTML, but the main things that we actually did in that course was Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and also Access Database. So those things were boring to me because I didn't really want to do anything related to Microsoft Word or Excel or those other Microsoft services, because that was not my goal in actually studying this specific subject. I could say it helped me a bit to get introduced into coding because we did some basic HTML stuff, which like they are the bare basics that we did, because we didn't really do anything that could help me create a nice looking website or just a website that makes sense. I was just giving you some context that I had some basics of coding in HTML, but it was not really that much. Then after matric, I actually applied just before matric, actually in June, because you have to apply to universities in using your June report in order to get to secure some space at the universities. So I applied to UJ, I applied to UL, I applied to, I think, University of Northern Cape also, and at UNISA, and I think at UP as well. I don't remember, but the ones that I remember is UJ, University of Northwest, and University of Limpopo. So those ones are the universities where I applied, and also UNISA. Yeah, those are the universities where I applied for computer science. Although I applied for other some other degree just as for backup in order to secure some space at those universities. So after that, after applying, I actually got some feedback along the way. So all the universities rejected me because my report was bad, guys. My report was really bad because myself, I'm not good at math. Like even from grade 1 until, maybe I'm not sure about grade 1 because I was not really focused on school. So but from grade 5 going forward until grade 11, I got level 1 in math, guys. Level 1 in math. So I was not really taking math that serious. I didn't really know what type of opportunities it was gonna open for me. So I didn't really take math that seriously. That's why I actually failed math along the way, because I was just focusing on other things, on hobbies. I didn't really take school that serious. So but after grade 11, and when I actually made it to grade 12, because I was failing math all the way, that was the only subject that I failed. So they just pushed me to other grades because I only failed one subject. Then when I got to grade 12, although like I said in my other video on how I became a software developer, this was a passion for me. I was passionate about programming. I learned it is something that I can do. So I was lucky to actually learn early that I can do something related to that, because I'm someone who wants to create things, right? So I learned that programming, you can create a lot of things. So when I got to grade 12, that's when my eyes were open, and I actually realized I have an opportunity to actually secure a computer science degree and study there, so I can be able to get into programming, right? So I thought that was the only path that I can take, because I didn't know that you can learn this on your own. So like I said, the university rejected me because of my bad report. I think I got level 3 in June. So if you don't know, if you want to study computer science at any university, you have to get 50 and up in math, right? So 50% mark is equivalent to level 4 basically. So I got level 3, which means I got 40%, right? So yeah, I didn't get accepted at those universities, although I got accepted in the other backup degree that I applied for, because I applied for 2 courses at those universities. It was law and also computer science, but the main one, or the first choice, was computer science, but I got rejected at those universities, right? So then fast forward to November, I apply with my November, or my final exams report, or my final report, to make it more clear. I apply with my final year report, then I applied to those universities that I mentioned again. So I reapplied again, and they all rejected me, but except they all rejected me except UNISA. UNISA, they actually, I was not qualifying for that degree, for computer science degree, but they just still accepted me because I got good grades in physical science, life science, and all the other subjects except math. I still got level 3, but they accepted me. UNISA, in, I think it was computer science, it was chemical something computer science, so it was mainly in chemistry, right? So I'm not really interested in doing something in doing chemistry, because I was mainly going to do things related to chemistry, although they were going to teach me programming, but it was mainly for the focus of chemistry field. But although I was good in chemistry, and that's the main reason I actually got good grades in physical science, but it was not something that I wanted to do, because I know if you want to be good in computer science or in programming, you need to be good at math. So if you study mathematical computer science, I know that definitely you're on the right path. So unfortunately, this course was, I think it was chemistry and computer science, or chemical computer science, something like that, but it was mainly in chemistry. So I didn't study that course because I thought it was gonna waste my time. So I thought maybe let me just study law, because actually law is something that will not be replaced. Although it can happen, I don't know, but I don't think it can happen like that quickly. So I thought having a law degree is much better than having actually a computer science degree. I know it's a bad choice. Like, thinking back right now, I wish I could have just studied the computer science standard course at UNISA, but I didn't like the idea of staying at home, because UNISA, if you're studying at UNISA, you can't really there's no campus, like the main campus around where I was staying. I had to go to I think it is at Pretoria, if I'm not wrong. But basically, if you're studying in UNISA, the main reason for this specific university is for people who are actually working, so that they can study from home. Also, my brother was also studying at UNISA, and I saw the workload. Like, I thought, this is not the right university for me, because I'm a social person. I want to be with other people. I get inspired when I see someone studying. I get inspired when I talk to someone and we discuss things. Although that's possible, we can still discuss things online. But I wanted to be at a physical campus to be able to learn everything more smoothly. So I was accepted in the law degree. So I studied law at the University of Limpopo. So that's why I didn't study computer science, because like my results were bad, guys. Like I said, I'm really bad at math. But luckily, I was able to, in 2020, I luckily found this video, like I explained in the other video of mine, where I explained how I became a software developer. So I found this video where Bill Gates was on, and the founder of Twitter, and the guy in the Black Eyed Peas group. So they explain how easy it is to get into the field of software development, or into programming in general. So that video really helped me a lot to actually pursue my passion. So I just basically try to watch videos of other people to get inspired and motivated. But as you know, motivation is not really the source that you need. You just need to get started. Just get started. Then I started to do my research on my own to find some other resource that I can use to be able to actually get into the field. So I actually started watching YouTube videos, and that's why I actually found out that my mind works when I actually set things on my own to find out what I can learn at that moment. So I started learning HTML, then I learned CSS. It was in the same web development course on YouTube. From, I think the name of the YouTube channel was learncode.academy. Learncode.academy. So I think that's the name of the YouTube channel. Then I learned web development in that course. I learned HTML and CSS. Then later on, I got a bit of the basics, much more than I did in high school in HTML, and then I learned CSS, and everything I just felt really pumped because I was on the right path. Like I felt like I'm about to reach my goal. So that's when I actually learn more advanced things in HTML and CSS, just doing some research, watching a lot of videos, trying to find out how I can get other things working. So that's how I actually got forward in actually getting good in web development. That's when I learned JavaScript. After learning those two, then I learned some other tools like Git and some other tools. Then I got good in the field of programming. Then after learning JavaScript and knowing that I'm good at JavaScript, I started learning other programming languages like Python. Although no, I know TypeScript, which is not really a programming language, it's JavaScript just made better. But later on, when it gets compiled, it's the same as just JavaScript, the JavaScript that you'll normally write. So yeah, that's how I actually was able to get into the field of programming. I could have took the path of studying that computer science degree. It could have given me some other things, like I could have known about the data structures and algorithms, which the high level algorithms in order to solve problems. No, now if I want to solve a problem using a specific algorithm, I have to do some research then. But if I did that degree, I could have known other things, like I could have known much more than I know right now. So I'm still happy where I am today because I actually got a job, because my main goal of getting that degree was to actually get a job and be able to actually start my own company. Because if you know program, you can build any website, you can build any app you can think of. So right now I have everything that I've needed, like everything that I wanted to learn, I've learned right now. So yeah, that's my story of the reason why I actually didn't study computer science. If you've watched the video until this far, thank you very much. I would really appreciate it if you can like this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified whenever I release new content. So thank you very much guys. Bye.